Hey everyone, can anyone hear me? You can write in the chat. We've had some technical difficulties, but hopefully we can make it work. Can you all hear me? Yeah. Can you try writing in the chat just so I can figure out if this is working or not? Six viewers. Can you try writing in the chat? Okay, 7 viewers. I think you logged in.
I hear you perfectly.
Yeah? Okay. Can you try writing in the chat?
That's what the people say. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I will just start. It seems we have some technical problems, and we're actually doing this from 2 laptops. So Victor, my colleague, is also here with me, and he's going to. I can't see the chat, what you write to me for some reason, but Victor is going to tell me if you ask anything there. He's going to tell me, and we'll make this work. So thank you for your patience, and now we shall start. And I will share my screen with you. Okay. I hope you can all see the presentation. Is it okay, Victor?
It's like with a delay of a few seconds, so in a second we'll try now. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It seems the presentation is showing. So welcome everyone. We're very happy to have you here. And in this, well, hopefully less than an hour, we will talk a bit about what GoLab is, what you can use it for, and what are the tools and available resources there. I think. Okay. Yeah, it seems there's some delay. It's not moving. I apologize, everyone. We're trying to sort this out. Can you try telling us in the chat if the presentation is moving for you? It's stuck. Okay. Here, I'll try again. Screen share. Okay, let me open up. Okay. Google Handout. Share. Yeah, there's a delay. They can see, but not. Okay. And it gets stuck.
No, it's not that it gets stuck. It's that it's left.
Okay. It's not working. Okay. Okay. It seems we got the presentation to work. Oh, it's okay. Oh, it's fine. We can. No, let's leave it like this. Okay, so I can. Okay, so yeah, good. Okay, the presentation is showing. We're good. Okay, so as I was saying, welcome everyone. Again, thank you for your time. We're already 20 minutes after 5, but we'll try to make up the time. So my name is Teodora. I am the national coordinator of in GoLab for several countries. I am part of European SchoolNet in Belgium. And today we are going to go through, as I said before, what are the tools and resources available in GoLab, how you can use it in your classrooms, and I will also highlight a bit what your activity as a teacher in GoLab will mean. So about GoLab. Now, GoLab, basically what the project does is that it makes remote and online laboratories available to be used in a large-scale way in education. So right now we are working with countries all across Europe, for example, 15 countries, and through the repository that GoLab has created, we are able to bring online and remote laboratories into all of the classrooms that US teachers have. We are in the third and last pilot year of the project. It is called Phase C. Previously, we have had, of course, 2 other phases, and our main aims are to offer students the opportunity to perform personalized scientific experiments with online laboratories. Of course, this helps them enrich their learning. They can experiment as much as they want without the risk of manipulating real life situations in a real laboratory. And we also offer teachers the possibility to enrich their classroom activities with these online laboratories, so with demonstrations and access to a safe environment. Now, as GoLab activities, as I mentioned, you can use one of these online laboratories in your classroom, and this is actually one of your tasks as teachers. So what you have to do is go to the repository. I will highlight it here. So golabs.eu. And there in the laboratory, in the repository, you can look. Here, I'll also go through it with you. Okay, I'm waiting for it to load. You can also do this in parallel. So if you access golabs.eu, you will get this landing page. And here you can see online laboratories, apps, inquiry spaces, and big ideas, and also the support page. We will start now with the online laboratories. And if we scroll down here, you will see that there is a list of several laboratories that you can use. You can also filter here for these. So you can either, for example, sort them by popularity or alphabetically. You can also pick a subject domain. Maybe, for example, let's say you are interested in, let's say, physics. Okay, and then you can also pick age ranges. You can also pick languages, of course. And you can also filter these laboratories by these several big ideas of science. So, for example, I will pick fundamental forces. And here we have an example. No. It seems you're not able to. Are you able to see me on the GoLab repository? Can you write in the chat? Okay, yeah, I just realized that you can't see the website. Can you then all access the GoLab's repository? Hi, everyone. No. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if it catches up now. Yeah, sorry. Okay. Okay, everyone, I think the screen changed. I really apologize for the mix-up. Yeah, not touching anything. Okay, so it seems we're back on track, and you can see now, hopefully, that we're on the GoLabs repository. I was telling you about the online laboratories that you can pick and use in your classroom. And I will quickly show you an example. And we're going into the electrical circuit lab. Okay, and now we're on the page. And as you can see, as soon as you enter this page, you have a series of information about this laboratory. So the age range that you can use it with, the languages that it's available in, level of difficulty, level of interaction, and so on. And all of the laboratories have this classification, so they're very easy to move through. Okay, you also have an extensive description of the laboratory. If you scroll down, you can also see print screens of the laboratory to see how it would look like. And you can also preview, if you click this link, you can also preview the laboratory, and you can test it and play with it and see if it fits your plans for the lesson. So this was a laboratory. Now, you as GoLab teachers, part of the tasks that you will have to do in phase C of the project would be to browse the repository, pick one of these laboratories, and implement it with your classroom. Now, besides these laboratories, what you can also do is you can use an inquiry learning space. Now, these inquiry learning spaces, they are actually they're actually a whole lesson plan designed around an online laboratory. And here, just as online laboratories, you have a category called inquiry spaces. And if you go there, again, it has the same filtering function that you've seen previously. So by subject domain, age, language, and so on. And for example, I will pick physics again. Okay. Now scroll down, and I will enter this one right here, Splash Inquiry Space. Now, the inquiry learning spaces, they have the same informational structure as the laboratory. You can see here the age ranges, language level of difficulty. They also have an extensive description, and also print screens right here. I will click on one. Okay, that was a print screen. And now what we're going to do is we're going to preview one. Okay. So this is how a preview looks like. As you can see, these inquiry learning spaces, they are based on multiple steps from the inquiry learning methodology. And we have here the first step, orientation. So this is how it would look like for a student. So you would share the link for this inquiry space with your student, they would enter it, and then they would go through the lessons and the topic through these steps. Okay? As you can see, you can insert videos. You can insert different applications, which you can also find in the GoLab repository. So for example, here you have the application of a concept map. So you can help your students to build concepts around a certain topic that you're discussing. And then once they are done with the stage, they can go to the next one. And again, they go through all of these activities. And now these GoLab activities, these GoLab inquiry learning spaces, you can structure them either by reusing an existing one in GoLabs, or by creating a new one in Grasp. Grasp is the authoring platform that you use to build this inquiry learning space. Now I will go back to the browser. And as you can see here, I have the option to click copy and use this inquiry space, which will take me to Grasp. Or if I log into Grasp, log in. Okay. And this is how Grasp would look like for you. Okay. And to create a new ILS, you can click here, choose Create ILS. I will pick Test 1. Here you also have multiple predefined pedagogical scenarios to help you structure your lesson. Okay, I'll just use the basic one for now. I will click create ILS. And as you can see, it is now here. And all of the steps that you've seen previously, they are all listed here. If I click on orientation, I can start adding content. So I click again. And for example, I would like to add an application. So I can add one myself if I have one, or I can choose an application from the GoLab repository. And I will select, for example, the concept mapper, which we've seen previously. And now it's here. And now, let's say I want to preview. Okay. Logged in. And now I'm here. Now, this is very basic right now, but by creating it from zero, you can customize it however you want. So you can add the text you want in the language that you want. You can use any of the applications you see fit. You can add images, videos. So you have a lot of freedom to build the lesson just as you wanted to, and you think it would be most interesting for your students. So okay, that was a bit about the things you can find in the GoLab repository. We've seen some online laboratories. We've seen in a very short way what an ILS is, so an inquiry learning space, how you can create one. So either you can do one from scratch in GRASP, or you can reuse an existing one that you will find in the GoLab repository. And of course, you also have the multitude of applications there that you can also incorporate in your lessons. Now, whenever you will do any of these activities, so whenever you will use a laboratory with your classroom or an ILS, it is very important that you fill in these two questionnaires. Some of you may have already seen them. I've sent out the links some time ago. And these questionnaires, basically, they help us. And firstly, they help us to build this experience for you. So they give us feedback into how you work with GoLab. They show us what you would like to be improved, what would work best for you. So that is one way for us to improve GoLab. And also it helps us to understand how what is GoLab's impact across Europe. It helps us to understand what is the scale that we've reached, how we can improve what we do, and how we can bring all of these resources to more and more teachers and more classrooms across Europe. And for example, before, let's say you decide to use an inquiry learning space with your student, before you do that, it is very important that you access this pre-questionnaire before you start the activity, and each country has a pre-questionnaire. You fill the questionnaire in, and then you do the activity with your students. After doing the activity, you have to fill in the post-questionnaire as well. So each time you do an activity, you have to go back and you have to fill in the post questionnaire. Okay, I hope everything up till now is clear. We've had a rough start, but if you have questions, write them in the chat, because I will be able to see them. And at the end, we'll have a question and answer session, and we can talk a bit more. Okay. Now, another GoLab activity that you will have to do as a GoLab teacher is to contribute to the dissemination activities. So it would be ideal if you could also involve your colleagues in the GoLab activities. The GRASP platform, where you can create and edit ILSs. It also has a community function, so you can invite your school colleagues. You can build ILSs together with them. You can leave comments for each other. So you definitely have the option to make out of this a very collaborative experience. And we also encourage that you share your GoLab experience on social media. We have here the forum, which you can find on the support page of GoLab. The link is right here, and I will also share all of these links after our session. You can also access the Facebook group. It's called the GoLab project. And for Twitter, the hashtag is hashtag GoLab. Okay. And now for the GoLab support. For basically for everything that you want to do in GoLab, so starting from just barely exploring the repository to being a very advanced ILS user, we have here in the GoLab support page, we have video tutorials that take you through all of the steps needed to use the inquiry learning spaces and all of the tools in the GoLab repository. You also have tips and tricks, questions and answer, the forum that I've mentioned previously. You have a support email, and recently we have launched a massive online open course. So you can access this now, become a participant, and you will be able to learn everything that there is to learn about using online laboratories in the classroom. Additionally, if you have more questions and you wish, for example, for one-on-one support, you can go to the tutoring platform, which you've accessed in order to participate in this session. And there you can browse through the available tutors and you can set up a meeting with them. Okay, and here, this is an image of the forum. So if you have questions about the pilots, the pilot in general, so if you want to know more, or if you have any curiosities, if you want to share or find out what other teachers are doing with GoLab and how they are using it, you can also do that. If you have technical questions, maybe something isn't working, the forum is a very good place to go to ask that. And there in the forum, you will also find more information about the activities that I have been telling you about. You will find the links to the questionnaires, and you will also find much more information that we will disseminate with you in the upcoming time. And now we have reached the final part of our session. Thank you for your patience up until now. I hope it's been informative and clear. So if you have questions, feel free to write them in the chat, and I will be more than happy to answer them. Any questions? If you have any questions, just write them in the chat. We'll take a couple of minutes. I know it hasn't been the most welcoming online session you could have had, but I'm more than happy to spend more time to answer any questions. If not, you can always contact me by email. Okay, I see some no. Okay, so it seems there aren't that many questions. There was one. Okay, seems we have a question from Federica. You've said that you've implemented an ILS and your pupils have worked on it. Should you make a test them? What exactly do you mean by test? Yeah. Okay, so it seems someone else has the same question. Okay, so an evaluation that we need to see. Well, for us, the evaluation that would help us greatly would be to fill in the post questionnaire. And I think I remember talking to you and that you also filled it in. So any other evaluation that you do with your students, you are free to do it mostly as yourself, for yourself as a teacher. But then again, for example, what we would be also more than happy to do is to have case studies. So if you do an evaluation and you feel that there are much more consistent details that you would like to share with us, you can always email me and tell me more about it. But otherwise, the most ideal thing would be to fill in the post questionnaire about the ILS. I hope that answered your question. Okay, there's a question. So if using an ILS made by another teacher, shall I use the copy and see files in my GRASP directory? Well, basically, yes. So if you want to use an ILS that is made by another teacher, if you want to adapt it for your students, you just have to copy it, and then you can see all of your files in your GRASP account. So you basically what happens is that the inquiry learning space is replicated, and then you can edit it and work with it however you want. And if you mean if the author of the original ILS can see the copy that you've made, basically no, because it just copied. So you can make it available for them only if you add them as a separate person. So if you give them sharing options. Okay, I hope that helped. Okay, I don't see any other questions coming up. And Daniela, yeah, we can talk after the session. So Daniela will be one of the facilitators for the Italian sessions. So we can talk more after. I hope this has been useful for you. Thank you again for your patience, for your time. And if you have any other questions, please feel free to email me. My email is here, right here. what am I doing? Okay. I'm not sharing. No, I think. Okay. I see there was a question from from Fraser, but from Jenny. Do you match any of these two curricula in different countries? How do you decide the content of your labs? So one of the basically one of the pillars in the project when it was founded is to do a curriculum analysis. So that's one point how it started. And what we've also did recently is that we've selected a series of some of the most popular online of inquiry learning spaces, and we've matched them to curricula of about 13 countries, if I'm not mistaken. So most of them, at least the most popular tools there, they are matched to the curriculum and to the ages that of the students and the grades that they would be in. I hope that was helpful. If there are any other questions? Okay, thank you, Victor. So my email is now also in the chat there. No? Okay then. Well, again, thank you everyone. I hope you have a nice evening, and yeah, I will talk to you soon. Again, feel free to message me if you have any questions. And for the facilitators of future sessions who are attending, lessons learned from this session, and we will talk more on how to improve the future ones. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Have a nice evening. Bye.